Where did you?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Venetia Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the bell so when I'm uploading on YouTube, you are notified. Bring you guys another makeup review here. I have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but most of the makeup I'm going to be trying out for you guys today. This is mostly Too Faced. Too Faced came out with a couple of new products, plus I decided to try out a new foundation, a new primer, yeah, and an old product that I tried out a few years ago. Wasn't that much of a fan of it back then, a few years ago, so I decided to try it out again. So I am going to bring it for you guys. So this is, again, random makeup, mostly Too Faced, and another brand I'm bringing to my channel for the first time, and a couple of things I am retesting. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with this makeup review featuring random makeup. As always, I have my handy dandy mirror with me. So let's go ahead and get started with this random makeup review. Off with is the primer. This primer is going to be a struggle bus for me. I have tried this primer twice. I am going to show you and talk about this primer. This primer is from a brand called Rodial. This is their glass primer. Here it is. Okay, I believe I got this primer in my Ipsy a long while back. I got this in my Ipsy a long while back. And I'm like, okay, glass primer. This usually would be like a hydrating primer. And for me with dry skin, I need a hydrating primer. Till I opened it. All right, the tube part does not bother me. It's the moment I squeeze it out. So I'm gonna squeeze this out for you guys. This is the consistency of the primer. My problem with the primer is the smell. I'm going to put this on my face and I'm going to tell you now, this primer, though this is supposed to be a hydrating primer, and hydrating primers I do tend to go to a lot because I do have dry skin. My problem is not only the smell is god awful, and as I have this on my face, I'm smelling it right now. The smell is overpowering, and I mean overpowering. Oh my goodness. Hydrating primers would go good for me with matte foundations or soft matte foundations. That would be fine. I don't like to look overly glowy, because if I look overly glowy, I don't look glowy, I start looking greasy. I'm gonna rub this primer in. As I am rubbing this primer in, the smell is wow. This smell, you cannot help but smell this primer. Period. It smells like a combination of toilet water and the little drops you put in the toilet. That's what it smells like. I was thoroughly disappointed, and not only that, it is giving this sheen. And I don't know if you can see this. This is giving me like a sheen, like a glow. It's almost like that e.l.f. That hydrating, that putty primer with the glitter in it. That's kind of what it's reminding me of. Yeah, as I steady rub this primer in, the smell is getting more intense. It is very, very glowy, as you can see. Very, very glowy. I don't like going for primers like this because they tend to be way too glowy for me. But the smell, I can't get over the smell. I really cannot get over this smell. I cannot get over the smell. This is the finish of it. And as you can see, I am glistening. And this light that's in front of me is not making this any better. It really isn't. I'm looking through the viewfinder and Lord, I look extremely glowy. And the definite glitter reflexes, I'm looking at it. It's more of a two-tone reflux. Yeah, this is just not doing it for me. And now it's starting, if you can see here, it's starting to flake right here. It is beginning to flake. It's also flaking on my nose. Yeah, and it's also flaking right here. It is very, very flaky. That's the first time I've seen that do that. So this is going to be a struggle bus for me, but we're going to get through it. 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 Well, foundation. Foundation is new to me. This brand has been out for quite a long time. This was actually my very first time trying out anything from this brand. So the foundation I tried out, this is from the brand Bite Beauty. I decided to pick up some Bite Beauty. I picked this up a long while back. This is the shade T130. This shade is way too light. It is way too light. So I tried to perfect it. But when I tried to perfect it, y'all finna see what I tried to do. Y'all are about to see what I tried to do. Usually when I come up with a foundation that ends up being too light, I can tone it down and make it better by contouring. This, however, yeah, I could not make this work. I just could not make it work. I could not. I tried. I couldn't make it work. So we're going to try and see what happens. This time, as y'all can see, it is way too light. It is way too light for me. Way too light. Usually with lighter foundations, if the finish is really good, I will repurchase. I've done that before with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I got in a shade that was too light. When I repurchased it for a darker shade, a beautiful shade. I recently did the same thing. I repurchased a new foundation from Beauty Bakery. First one I had was too light, but the finish was great. The finish was really good. So I did get a darker shade during the Sephora sale. So yeah, I'm going to retest that. Okay, so y'all finna see what I'm talking about. With this glowy primer. Let's see. Now it looks like it wants to work. Because when I first put it on, yeah, I am looking too light. Yeah, it's definitely looking too light. It is too light. It is way too light. Yeah, I look ghostly. I know I look ghostly. I know. You ain't got to tell me twice. Y'all ain't got to talk about it in the comment section. I know I look ghostly. I know. But we're going to get through this struggle bus here. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through this struggle bus. For concealer is not really new. What ended up happening was I did a declutter over a year ago. And I believe I accidentally decluttered this concealer. So I went ahead and repurchased another one. And I do like their concealer. So it's not really a new product. It's a repurchase. It's just that I got one that's a little bit too close to my foundation shade. So the concealer I'm talking about, this is from Sephora. This is their Bright Future concealer. This is just a repurchase because again, I decluttered the other one. So I am going to put this under my eyes. Again, it's not anything I'm reviewing. I just messed up. But it is, as you can see, which this is actually letting you know, with it coming off this warm on my face, the foundation is definitely not my shade. It is coming off too warm and it is fighting for life. I don't have a new setting powder, so I am going to go in with 2 setting powders to try and mask this very light foundation. I am going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder. This is in Deep Peach, and I'm also going in with their other setting powder in Golden Orange. So I am going to use both of these. Okay, let me show y'all what's going on. The more I mix, the more I pat, the more I do anything, this makeup look is getting worse. Oh, this is getting worse. It's getting worse. It is really getting worse. Okay, next is bronzer. Now this bronzer is not really a new product. I just needed a darker shade. So what I ended up doing was I ended up repurchasing the Too Faced matte bronzer. The first one I had was just the chocolate matte, but the chocolate matte was too light. I since sold that chocolate matte on my Poshmark long while back, so I decided to pick up another Too Faced bronzer, but this time I got the dark chocolate matte. I do tend to like this one a little bit better. That other one made me a little ghostly. Did make me a little ghostly, and it still has that nice chocolate smell. This was the first time I started liking my makeup, was when I started applying the bronzer. Again, the chocolate wasn't bad, it was just not my shade, and it made me look casket sharp. But the dark chocolate seems to work a little bit better for me. So yeah, I like this much better. And again, as I keep rubbing and putting bronzer on, this is steady separating. Yeah, this is steady separating. The blush is new. So I decided to try one of their blushes for the first time. And this is kind of like a blush highlighter, and people have been talking about it. So I decided to try it out. This is from Too Faced. This is their Too Faced, what is this? Their Too Femme blush. Here it is. I know people have been talking about this blush, but when you open it, it's got the mirror along with the blush, and it's got some glitter with the butterflies. This can, with the glitter, to me it can kind of be used like a blush highlighter duo. I'm gonna try this on. I tried it before and it was kind of like I couldn't really see it. I'm trying to remember what was my actual thought on it. I can't really remember. So I am going to put this on. I can remember what I thought. I'm just going to put it in the middle part right here. I'm just only putting it right here in that middle part. Oh, yeah. This is definitely glittery. I think I messed that up. This makeup look is already pretty messed up. But yeah, I think I did too much. I did too much. This could be more of a pinky highlighter, not really a blush. Let me take some of that off. Man, I did a little too much. Oh yeah, I did a little too much. It's pretty. You just literally need a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose because I do like to have a little highlighter on my nose. But yeah, I did go a little overboard with this. So I am gonna mute it out with my brush I use for bronzer and the deeper setting powder, because I really did go a little overboard. Use my bigger mirror. Yeah, I did go a little overboard. Yeah, let's tone that down some. Yeah, it's pretty. It is a little intense, maybe a little too intense. It could be a little too intense. Okay, I am seeing that foundation is beginning to oxidize just a little bit, but yeah, but yeah, I did. I went a little overboard with that. But it's very, very pretty, very, very pigmented. All you need with this is a little bit. This can be used more as a highlighter. Now, if you like one of those glowy blushes, then this can be used as that. As you can see, I did go a little overboard with it, but it's very, very pretty. It is very, very pretty. Next is eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is new, and it is a new product to Too Faced. So yes, we are keeping it in the Too Faced family. This is their newer eyeshadow palette, the Femme eyeshadow palette. So I did pick up this new eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. I'm kind of, with Too Faced eyeshadow palettes, I'm a little on the fence with them, so I kind of took a chance with this eyeshadow palette. So I am going to do my traditional, you know, 2 shades. That's usually what I go for, are the 2 shades. So if you're not familiar with the palette, it's a pretty small palette. This is what the palette looks like. Very spring-like, has some neutral tones, some warm tones in here, some glitter. It's got a little pop of color in here, a couple of things of color. So yeah, I am going to go in on my crease area. Y'all know me, I like to keep it pretty simple. So I believe I am going to go with this dark shade on the end here. I am going to, oh, I'm going too high. I am going to put this in my crease area. I don't believe I wore this shade yet. So this will be my first time trying this shade out for you guys. It is coming off a little pigmented. Okay, just like any typical Too Faced eyeshadow palette, you're going to have to work with the colors. It's not super pigmented. Yeah, what do y'all think? Definitely gonna have to build the colors up. So yeah, it's pretty. It is. It's pretty. Let's see, on my lid. Let's see. All right, on my lid, we're gonna put this shade in here. We're gonna put that on my lid area. Now this shade, I believe I did wear this before, because I want to say I wore the other shade that's in this palette with this. Yeah, this is, if you want their shimmers to really pop, I would suggest you spray your brush, because spray is probably going to help this out a lot. I mean, it's pretty, but yeah, you're gonna need some spray to really make the shimmer pop. This is pretty faint. My eye look with the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow, again, it's pretty. You definitely have to build the colors up, and with the shimmer, you're definitely gonna need some spray if you want your shimmer to pop. Next is setting spray. Setting spray is, again, just like the dark chocolate matte bronzer from Too Faced. This product is actually not a new product. I tried this product out about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I want to say about 3 years ago, I tried this product out, maybe longer than that when I tried it out. And it was like, I couldn't really see what the hype was all about. So I decided to repurchase another one just to see if my mind would change. So we are going to stick with Too Faced. I decided to retry the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. Again, I tried this out, I want to say about 3, maybe 4 years ago, and I couldn't understand what was the hype all about this setting spray. I couldn't understand the hype. So I decided to try it again. It is definitely intense. The smell it seems a little like a stale smell. I didn't really find it. It's like this, my mind kind of hadn't changed still from the last time I tried this out about 3, almost 4 years ago. So my feeling on this is about the same. It is about the same. So I don't really see it being revolutionary, and really all this setting spray did was just bring out this god-awful primer. It's all it did was just bring out the primer. Oh my goodness. It just really brought out the primer. Oh my goodness, he just brought it out. Next is mascara. Mascara is new. It's one of their newer mascaras, but I got a trial size. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. This is, again, a small trial size of it. I like the original Better Than Sex mascara. It was very, very lifting and really lifted my lashes. There were a lot of people that did not like that mascara because they said the mascara did flake on their lashes. It didn't give me any flaking, but I tried the waterproof to see if I would like this better. It's the same brush as the original. I would prefer the original than this waterproof one. Okay, now it's starting to give me some lift. So I want to say when I tried it the last time, it didn't want to do anything. Now it's giving me lift. Because if you like me, you're not a false lash girl. There it is. There's my lift. But if you're into waterproof mascaras, this would be a great mascara for you. Me personally, I'm just not into waterproof mascaras. But not least, lip. The lip is new, and I believe this is new to Too Faced. This is, I believe, like their lip balm, I believe. I'm not sure of the shade. I'm going to put the shade right here so you can see that that is the name of the shade. I believe this is like a lip balm. This is what it looks like. This was not bad. This was really, really not bad at all. And it has some pigment to it. See? So this is the lip. I really like the lip. And in typical Too Faced fashion, it smells good. Very nourishing on the lips. Yeah, I really like this. I really do like this lip color. All right, y'all. We done made it through the struggle bus of a makeup look. This was a serious struggle bus. Do you hear me? And I mean absolute struggle bus. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's start off with some of the good things that I've liked so far. For one, the Too Faced, the lip balm that I have on my lips. This is very nourishing on the lips, gives pigment. A beautiful spring color, or if you want to use it as summer, this is an absolutely great color. And of course, in again, typical Too Faced fashion, it smells good. This is again what it looks like, and it has that in the middle part, so I do really like that. So this Too Faced lip balm will be going into my everyday stack. The Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this one more again. I'm gonna go ahead and put this setting spray in my maybe stack. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my maybe stack because it looked like when I sprayed this, yeah, my whole makeup was starting to melt off. So I'm going to put this in my maybe stack. The Too Faced Femme eyeshadow palette. Even though this is a pretty eyeshadow palette, it gives some pigment. The mattes do have some pigment. The shimmers really don't give a lot of color. It's very, very subtle. I believe with this other makeup that I have on, I'm not really giving this a fair shake. So I will put this eyeshadow palette in my maybe stack. Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. Again, I'm not into waterproof mascaras. I'm really not. But I'm getting lift. I still like the original formula of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So with that being said, with this, would I see myself wearing this a whole lot? No, I don't really see myself wearing it a whole lot. Would I get another one of these? The answer again would be a no. I would go ahead and put this in my everyday stack, but do I see myself purchasing another one? The answer would be no. Too Faced. Finally got my right shade, dark chocolate bronzer. This is now going in my everyday stack. Now I like it. I got the right color this time. I got the right color. So I really do like this. This is definitely going into my everyday stack. Too Faced Femme blush and like blush highlighter. Yeah, this is very intense. You just need a little bit. But again, I'm going to chalk it up as I don't think the other makeup that I have on is just not really giving this any justice. So I will move this into my maybe stack. The Bite Beauty foundation. The foundation shade is too light. It is very light. However, I know this is too light. The finish, I'm going to say this about the finish. I'm not giving the foundation a fair shake because of the primer. So what I will do, I will move this to my maybe stack, but I am going to get a darker shade because the shade I currently have, it is too light for my face. I really don't feel I am giving this foundation a fair shake. I hear a lot of people talk about the Bite Beauty foundation, how good it is. I believe I'm just not giving it a fair shake at all. I will move this foundation to my maybe stack. When I try it out again, I will have a darker shade. Last but not least, this Glass Primer. This is a big fat makeup no. It is tearing my skin apart. It is flaking. It is steadily separating my makeup. I can't really give the makeup a fair shake because the primer is, I'm sorry to say, the primer is just that bad. The smell is god awful. It's steadily, as I continue to have this makeup on my face, it is separating right here. It has brought out all of my pores and my texture. It has crumbled before I can even put the foundation on. And as I was continuing to put on makeup, it steadily started continuing to separate. It has already left my mouth area. Just like I almost have no foundation on my mouth. This primer is a 100% makeup no. Don't get this. Do not get this. This does not work. And I don't like primers like that. Let's give that glow. Some of them can work pretty well for people like me with dry skin. This just simply is an absolute makeup no. Do not get that primer. Don't get it. So that is it with this makeup review of this struggle bus makeup review. Again, because the primer just really just did not fit, a lot of it is going into my maybe stack, and I will give it another fair shake. Probably try these products with primers that I know for a fact work on my face. I am going to do that. And I have some other makeup reviews that I am getting through. It's just that this makeup, no, this was a struggle bus. So we are going to do a lot of these products all over again, and hopefully we'll get a better result. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.